Hello friends and freundins, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Troglodyte channel. In this one I will paint and weather the beautiful Horch 4x4 that I assembled in the previous episode. As you can see, I have already begun by spraying it with the black primer from AK. I did the same with all of the accessories and separated parts. Once I was happy with the results of the primer, I made a mixture of acrylic German grey and white in order to create the basic dark grey shade of the vehicle. Of course, I pretty much immediately experienced some issues with my airbrush. I cleaned it up thoroughly, just like I did 15 minutes before, and I started over again. Sometimes it would work properly and other times not that much. Nevertheless, I didn't give up and I kept on going. And eventually I managed to coat the vehicle in a somewhat presentable dark grey. Then I turned my airbrush compressor on low, so that I could make some highlights with a lighter grey. This also turned out okay. After the main body was completed, I painted the tires, the machine gun and the steering wheel with a matte black primer. I wanted to make the vehicle a little bit more colorful, so I decided to paint the seats and the hood top in a lighter color that they would have done in real life. I used light sea grey from Tamiya mixed with a little bit of darker grey, and a thin brush for all of the details and the hard to reach edges. I then applied the decals using the fixer and softener from VMS. The license plates were slightly larger than the photo-etched parts, so I would have to cut them in size later. With the decals half done, I continued to add color to the various details of the vehicle and of course its accessories. which were many, and each one of them required its own amount of attention. Then it was time to proceed with the chipping of the vehicle, which I wanted to keep relatively mild and simple. For that, I used some smart chipping paint from VMS and the standard sponge dipped in color technique, which is a really good one if you want to get realistic and quick results. I also very cautiously removed the mask from the windshield. And after that, I carried on with the painting of the accessories. I carefully painted the salami sticks and the loaves of bread. And the rusty chain, but not so carefully. Then, once again carefully, I cutted the excess decals from the license plates. For that I used a brand new sharp blade, so that I wouldn't have any unpleasant accidents to deal with. I tried to create some scratches on the back of the Horch, but the result wasn't too satisfying, so I gave that up. So I proceeded with painting the bolts and nuts anywhere I could find them. I added some light dust on the wheels with watered down white acrylic. And while I was waiting for that to dry, I started adding all of the small accessories on the inside of the Horch. Also some super fast interior chipping, because I forgot about it before. I made a couple more tarps on the spot, and I put them together with the other objects. Once they got a little bit hard, I painted them in different shades of green. And the exhaust I painted with different shades of rust. To the windshield I added a light coat of dust. I applied some pigment fixer from VMS on the inside of the mudguards. This way I can add the color and it will look like dirt accumulation positioned in the correct place. Then I cleaned all of the axes from the blue tack mask and I finally added the road wheels. Some more details on the exhaust and its surroundings, and it's looking good so far. Now that I had a more completed structure of the vehicle and only a couple of details were left out, I could proceed with the application of the black panel liner, which is awesome because it will make all of the indents on the surface to come out, look more intense and realistic, even in a more artistic kind of way. I also went over the mud I had applied earlier, because I will do it all over again anyways. Eventually I wiped away all of the excessive panel liner and I let it aside to dry. For the dust and the mud spills effects, I used light earth and brown earth pigments from VMS. I gently coated most of the surfaces, first in the interior, and after I glued the windshield and the driver's door in place, I went crazy all around the vehicle, focusing mostly on the surfaces that face forward. I also made some water streaks on the sides. Some of them vertical and others going sideways because of the direction of the vehicle. Then I used an old toothbrush to sprinkle some brown earth pigment mixed with water, mostly on the lower areas all around the vehicle, in order to imitate mud stains. In the end, I gave it a nice coating of matte Vallejo varnish, and that was it. My Horch 4x4 Type 1A from Tamiya is complete. And it's looking pretty good, if I may say so. This is the second vehicle on wheels that I've ever made, and the first that I've actually managed to finish. And I'm pretty excited about it. If you liked this video, please hit the like and subscribe. And if you want, you could also send me a comment or a suggestion or a song. On the next one, I will make a diorama for this little toy car, and I believe you will find it pretty interesting. So, until next time, friends and freundins,